Well, thank you all, class.
Hello,
thank you, Corbin. I so appreciate you being here early. Okay,
it's good to be here early. This is a special occasion, unlike any other, as I'm sure you all know.
That's true. I wanted to take another thing off of the professor's plate.
Yeah, he's running late today, so we're just gonna.
Yeah. Before he comes here and gets to class, we're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way so we can just focus in on the Pokemon for today's lesson.
Great job actually assisting him, Mr. Curtis. You know what's actually in your job description. Mr. Curtis, please do tell everybody here in your most prestigious voice, what is it that we are here for early to announce?
It is a special announcement. The announcement you all have been waiting for.
Uh-oh.
That is, of course, the next class president.
Guys, we have tallied the votes, and somehow we got a third of the votes we did the last election.
Oh.
So thank you all. We did have a hiccup. We found out some of you naughty students were voting more than once, so we had to restrict it to you had to have a Gmail to vote. So now we only got 40 votes, but hey, at least it's fair. This is what we got.
For those of you who voted, thank you all for doing that. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your voting. Thank you for your support.
And participating. It is a class student duty to vote for the class president.
And you legally cannot complain about the results if you didn't vote. That's just the way it is. So for the other 2.5 million people who did not vote, you guys have no right to complain about your class president.
That's right.
And we only told you guys about 1,000 times about voting. Just saying. All right. So we have received the votes. A total
Corbin,
of yes.
Would you please announce the winner? Let me give the drum roll.
All right. So we have. I'm gonna do third to first in terms of votes.
Okay.
All right.
Third place.
And then I'll announce the class president. In third place, we have the one, the only Jinx.
Woo!
With a total of 12.5% of the votes.
Thank you, Jinx. Great job.
Thank you, Jinx. You had a great run. You had a great one.
Beautiful.
In second place, we have not even a professor's assistant. We have Professor Witham. At 20. Witham had 20% of the votes to become the class president. Professor, I'm afraid that'd be too much power for you. I'm glad you did not win, but you were second place. But none of those places matter because the winner, new first place in terms of the voting with 25% of the votes, who is now the new class president of our school at the Goldenrod City branch of the Saffron City Learning Center, is Terry. Terry, again, received 25% of the votes. And Terry, congratulations. Thank you for being such an active member on Discord. We love and appreciate you. You are now the class president. Wear it with pride.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you and all the work that you've done. And now, as your role as the president,
we need it.
Let us remind you that the president does get to give a presidential address.
Hear, hear.
If you would. We need you to send us a Gengar mail.
Yes.
With in the subject line presidential address, and that way we can have that prepped for future lessons so that you can give an announcement to your constituents.
Yes, you have 32 business hours to complete this. That should be more than enough time. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Terry, in addition to giving your presidential address, you of course will get, for being president, access to the professor's assistant Patreon level for free. That's a gift from us to you, so congratulations.
Aw, aren't we sweet?
That's right. So Terry, congratulations. Vespa, thank you so much for your beautiful work. You now go into the annals of one of our great former class presidents, you and Kaysen. I can't speak to the first president. He was a little rough.
Hey, watch. There's always going to be a first.
But you and Kaysen both did such a great job. We appreciate it. and all the role that you've done here.
We will have you added to the class president mural that's being painted just outside the school.
That is true.
We will add you to it. Vespa, thank you for your service.
Corbin, please.
What?
Do you hear that? I think the professor's coming.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to say to the rest of the students?
I love Don so much. He's loved my life. Okay, let's get started. Here we go.
Step back. Here he comes.
He's coming.
Hello there, and welcome to this wonderful, amazing world of Pokemon. My name is... Woo!
Yeah!
Get it!
Corbin,
We're here!
We're here! Yes, we are! Thank you! My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you everybody for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. I am so excited to be here. I'm so happy to be
You're in such a good mood today, Professor. What has gotten into you, silly?
I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because we haven't had class back here in our perfectly spherical room in several weeks, but I'm happy to be here, and I'm also so happy to have my wonderful teaching assistant, my beautiful, incredible teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, please say hello to everybody.
Oh, thank you, Professor. It's good to be back. It's good to be able to, feel the scrub of the spherical floor on my feet.
Okay. I love it when he says things I don't understand. It's probably my favorite attribute.
It happens every minute.
And
it's more to love.
Smell in the air. Oh, it's so beautiful, Professor. So beautiful.
Also joining us here today is, of course, our young trainer in training who, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. I think he does.
Thanks, Professor.
Corbin, please say hello to everybody.
Oh, hello, everyone. And honestly, it feels good to be in class today. The professor is in a great mood. I love the energy, love the vibes. It's giving kindness. I love to see it. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here and learn about today's Pokemon. I assume it's not a baby, because we're not in the daycare anymore, right?
No, it's not a baby. It does evolve from a baby. And it was the last baby we talked about. What?
I also evolved from a baby.
We all evolved from a baby at
we
some
all
point.
evolved from a baby.
T-shirt.
And look at us now. Look, we made it. We evolved with... And whether or not it was by level, by happiness, or by some kind of magical stone, we all evolved.
Sadness.
It's a Togepi wearing some cool sunglasses.
Okay, Mr. Curtis remembers the Pokemon we learned about last week, all right?
Good job, buddy.
Okay?
Nice job.
So now you can't pretend like you don't.
I remember what we talked about last week, but this week we're obviously talking about Decidueye. I know that one as well.
No.
Decidueye does not evolve from Togepi, Mr. Curtis. So I'm glad you got that out of the way. Listen, I'm so happy we are all eager and excited to get to learning about this Pokemon. But first, I have a Gengar mail here that I would like to read, if that's okay.
Oh, that's fine. I'll allow it.
Okay.
The professor doesn't need your permission, Corbin. Please check yourself before I wreck yourself.
All right. It's fine. Right. It's fine. As long as I have his consent, I will read this Gengar mail.
I'm consenting.
Great. Perfect. All right. This Gengar mail comes to us from Hamish. I believe we've gotten a Gengar mail from them before. In fact, they start off their Gengar mail by saying, "Hello, Professor Jacob, Mr. Curtis, and Corbin. My name is Hamish. I've Gengar mailed you before."
You have.
Huh. I'm deciding to mail you again with a picture of Corbin as a Pokemon trainer. Make sure he gets to look at it, because I hope I got his hair and eye color right. All right, Corbin, here's the drawing. What do you think?
Let me see. Oh my good golly gracious. This is a cool picture. I wish I could say this looked like me. It doesn't quite. My hair is a lot darker.
He doesn't look nearly that much like a Skeledirge. I think he
No. I'm talking about the kid in the photo.
Oh, yes, again, of course.
You guys will see this on Twitter. We'll put it on Instagram, Discord, wherever. But the hair is a little light brown in this picture. My hair is it's kind of a deep, dark, blackish blue,
kind of a teal.
Yeah, like a
sticks out a little bit.
So like black that there's like blue in it.
There's like blue in it. It's incredibly dark.
And he has wooden eyeballs.
And my eyes are a wood brown. Thank you.
That's true.
So, in case you're wondering, now it does interestingly say above it the new Kanto champion. So I guess this is maybe a decade from now.
I accept this honor. Hamish, thank you so much for bestowing it upon me.
No, this is a drawing of the future. This is not now.
I thought this is how I found out that I'm a champion. No. I'm like, I didn't do a lot of battling, but I'll take it.
I don't know a lot about the process of becoming a champion, so I could have become the champion without me knowing.
Hey, he has a champion mindset, and that's what's important.
Right. That's important.
Yes, keep that attitude.
This is a wonderful drawing, Hamish. This is really good.
Hamish goes on to say, I remember hearing him say that he would have a Fuecoco as a starter, so I've drawn it as a
love Fuecoco.
I have drawn it as a fully evolved Skeledirge. I have been a student for a while. You guys are the funniest trio ever. Wow, that's very flattering.
That's very kind.
We don't strive for comedy here. I just want to make sure this is a classroom.
There's no jokes here.
Yeah, looking back, I'm thinking I don't think I've told a single joke ever in my life.
I think you're hilarious, Professor.
I think you've tried to tell one or two.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily there's no evidence of that.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's not roughly 170 recordings of evidence of that. Hamish goes on to say, I also have a little side note before I finish this letter. I know you guys have been going on about not letting Corbin have a starter Pokemon yet, but I'm willing to give him a Pokemon I found. It was surprising that I found it, but I know Mr. Curtis would be jealous about the Pokemon I found. It's a kind but strong Rowlet.
Ooh, I'll take it, Hamish. Thank you very much.
Listen, that's great.
Can I have it, Professor?
There's no Rowlet included, and of course, Corbin cannot have a Pokemon before he finishes this class.
Have you tried being cool and changing the rules? I mean, you're in such a good mood today. Why not just sign a waiver that says, hey, he can have one now? Just give me a Fuecoco.
There's nothing I love more than following the rules, and if I don't follow the rules, then, well, I won't be in such a good mood. Now, it's true that it's very likely that a Rowlet would be in your selection of starter Pokemon, of course. That's tied to your grades, Corbin. So if you're doing well enough, then maybe you might have the chance to get a Rowlet as your starter
next week.
Well, when we finish the class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we finish. Yeah. So a little ways from now.
We can have that be next week if you want to put in the time, Corbin. Come to the midweek study session.
You think how many hours would that have to be for us to learn about all the other 700 plus Pokemon? How many hours?
I mean, I'm willing to put in the time. 24 hours a day for the next week.
When he says
all day, every day.
Also, when Mr. Curtis says put in the time, he means literally adding time into the time-space continuum.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh, is that another joke?
For the professor, I will do that.
Guys, he told a joke.
Is it a joke? Yeah, it's a joke. Yes, sorry. Definitely a joke and not one of Mr. Curtis's canonical abilities.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again?
That was funny.
So say it again? What does he do?
Anyways, thank you, Hamish, so much for this wonderful Gengar mail.
Thank you, Hamish.
You will be getting extra credit for this artwork. Mr. Curtis, what do you think? Gold star?
Oh, yes. Yes, gold star for Hamish today. Your artwork was very, even though it was not accurate to what Corbin does actually look like, it did give him something to shoot for. So I am going to put it on the wall back here. That way Corbin can be reminded every day when he comes into class.
The potential that I have to get a Skeledirge one day.
That's right.
And also become champion, which I feel like is a bigger feat, but whatever.
Oh, I would die of happiness if I had a Fuecoco.
Could you, listen, people in the Kanto region, I'm not going to say they're like unrefined or anything like that, but they all kind of keep to themselves, right? I feel like if you showed somebody from Kanto a Skeledirge, their brain would explode.
Right. They would just poop themselves.
They would have no idea.
They'd be like, what on earth is that?
It's like giving a child from Victorian Galar a soda pop.
Right. They would just collapse on the floor and seize.
Yeah. Or a modern day Rotom laptop.
Right. Yeah, sure.
You give one of those Hisuian kids from back in the day a Rotom laptop, he would just go feral. He wouldn't know what to do with it.
They would call you a witch and they'd burn you at the stake.
Right. Exactly.
That's probably true. Not gonna lie. I have been called that before. Can't admit.
You've been called the what now?
A witch. And been attempted to be burned at the stake. It's not that hard.
It's always attempted. It's always attempted. They never succeed.
Is this I'm sorry, is this a regular occurrence?
No, not very often. I mean, once every, while.
Define people,
Dad, let's not get into it. Professor, please, let's move on with class today.
And about the same frequency that you clip your fingernails?
Yeah, about that long.
Which was how many? How often? Yeah, we got him. We got him. He doesn't know.
No way he's human.
He doesn't know. We got him. Put him away. All right. But I need to also put this Gengar mail away because we need to move on to the lesson. Does anybody know who we're talking about this week? It's not Decidueye. You said that already. Don't say it again.
And it's not Fuecoco. We've been talking about him a lot.
Yes, I know. Don't get confused. It's not Fuecoco or Skeledirge.
Okay. It is, can you give me a hint? Oh, Mr. Curtis said Togepi.
I know. You've gotten so many hints. The pieces are all there. I also told you point blank last week.
Oh, is it Togepi?
No, it's not Togepi, which is honestly I would say is pretty much the same name as Togepi.
Well, maybe it's Togepi but with an E.
It's like potato, Togepi.
Well, there's an E there on pie.
Oh, okay. No, it's not that.
Okay. Is it Togepi? Togepi?
Mr. Curse, would you like to guess?
Well, you already said it wasn't Decidueye.
It's not Rowlet.
It's not Rowlet.
You got a few more to name.
Yeah.
Is it a Murkrow? We're talking about Murkrow today?
No.
No?
It is a flying type, though.
Okay.
Larvitar.
Okay, we're learning about Togetic today.
Oh.
Yeah, so close to Togepi. I was really hoping you guys would get it, but that's fine. You know, I'm still in a pretty good mood. After we left the nursery last week, I found that this little Togepi had snuck into my bag and came along with me.
Wait, where? Right? Oh, hello, friend.
Oh,
it just came out of the bag.
It just popped out. It was crazy.
It just slid right out of the bag, right on cue. Did you guys plan that?
Okay,
is it
this
Deku?
is gonna be okay.
Is that Deku?
The guys, you're gonna lose your mind because that's a second Togepi that I did not know was in my bag because the Togepi that I had evolved into a Togetic.
Oh. Hey, get out of here, buddy. We're looking at something. You're looking at your big brother.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss this one out the window.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Okay, that's all right. I need to call the police. That's just you can't just be tossing babies out windows. Come on, what is this? Okay, I mean, come on.
It's fine. They're pretty resilient. They have pretty hard
they're
shells.
pretty tough.
Yeah, happiness, as we learned, is what Togepi is
throwing a baby
full of. Are very resilient. But no.
Did you hear what I said? I said happiness is throwing a baby.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just chose to ignore it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
maybe
I just want to make sure you guys heard it. That's all.
Okay, do you want to say? How about this? Come up real close to the recording device and just say it again, so we can get the cleanest take possible.
All right. Sorry. Here we go.
Tell me one more time.
Because this is gonna go on the T-shirt. Like
No, Portia, just to edit the other stuff out. Here we go. I know you'll definitely not include this. Happiness is throwing a baby.
Oh,
wow, poetry in motion.
Wow, right, exactly.
So okay, but long story short, I have a Togetic here, and when it evolved, it started throwing all this like dust all over the place, and I thought I was gonna be so mad that I had to clean it all up. But honestly, I've been in such a good mood ever since.
And I love cleaning stuff up for you, Professor. Please don't worry about it. I'll take care of it for you.
He's got it.
I took the liberty of putting it into a Pokeball, but here is my new Togetic.
Oh, okay. Wow,
right.
that's pretty cool. I mean, that makes sense. You know, it evolves, and then it looks like an evolution. It's not like something too crazy.
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead and describe it.
Let's describe it here, guys. So let me tell you about this Togetic. So it looks like a bigger, longer version of Togepi. It no longer has like an egg or like a little body trapped inside of an egg. The whole body is the same color, and it doesn't even look like it's inside of an egg anymore. It's just, I guess, flesh. I don't want to get too close to find out.
I think it's fur. I think it's fur. Or maybe it's feathers.
Flesh, feather, they're all kind of the same from this angle.
Now, I like the idea that Togepi was like a little baby trapped in an egg, right? And now it kind of Togetic looks like an egg trapped in a little baby.
Yeah, I could see that.
I feel like
I can see
it's
that.
kind of flip because it's got like a rotund belly, right? A rotund belly and bottom that really.
It looks like an egg ate a baby.
No.
No, a baby ate an egg.
Baby ate an egg.
Oh, baby ate an egg. Okay.
Yeah.
Baby ate an egg.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. You were describing it. Go on, please.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's very similar to Togepi in that it has these little patterns on its belly and stuff like that, the orange and blue ones. But now it doesn't really have nubs anymore. It has longer feet. Its hand nubs are a little bit longer nubs. It still has that crown-shaped head and beautiful, joyous smile and stuff. But the big thing about Togetic that's different is that it's got wings, which Togepi did not have.
Excellent observation.
Very cool. I mean, look at that. It's just going. It's just like sitting there. It's flying around. I can't even really hear it flutter that much. It's very soft.
It's not even really moving its wings, Professor. How does it fly like that?
That's a very good question. We might touch on that in the Pokedex entries. Do we want to give? I know it's my brand new Togetic, and I'm very excited and happy to have a Togetic.
Professor, I'm more than happy to name it for you.
Yes, please give it a name.
This isn't Deku?
No,
this is not. No, this is not Deku.
This is an unnamed. This is a different Togepi.
We left Deku back at the daycare.
Yeah, Deku belonged to somebody, and this one might have also belonged to somebody, but now it belongs to me.
Look at him floating. You raise me up. Hey, that's a good name. Raise.
Up?
No, raise.
Oh, okay.
But spell it
raise.
like haze, but with an R, because that's cooler.
Doesn't that mean like the opposite thing though?
No, it's raising itself by flying. It makes sense.
Sure, but the way you spelled it means like to tear down stuff, right?
No. This
like
is just
R-A-Z-E?
It's that version of raise, but it's just spelt like this. It doesn't mean the other one.
Yeah, no, I got it right here. I got the dictionary right in front of me. It says raise means to completely destroy.
Well, no, but what I mean is this is raise as in like raising
Corbin,
it up.
Like Corbin always does after to the bathroom after class.
We're just spelling it in a more cool way.
No, Corbin, shut up. Mr. Curtis made a poop joke.
I said like
say it again.
I said like Corbin does to the bathroom after class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
High five.
Yeah, high five. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm the most mature one in this room now.
Yeah, well, you know what? Raise, when this Togetic did come into my life, it did completely destroy all my sadness, and it only brought happiness. So, Raise, sure, I'm fine with Raise.
It also happens to be one of our patrons. So that's
what?
Cool.
Wow, what a happy coincidence.
What a coinkydink.
What a happenstance, right? Isn't that crazy? That's wild. It's spelled the same way, too.
So, Raise is kind of like throwing around a lot of dust, and this is starting to get at my nose. So... before I start to sneeze, I am going to go ahead and put Raise back into their Pokeball.
Oh, bye, Raise. I'll miss you.
Bye, Raise. It was a pleasure to meet you.
But how do we all feel about reading some Pokedex entries?
I think that's a great idea.
I'm down. I'm digging it. I'm down with it. I'm down to clown with it.
You say you'd be happy to do it?
I'd be happy to do it.
Good, because the first entry here says, they say that it will appear before kind-hearted, caring people and shower them with happiness.
Oh,
that's me. It appeared right before me and said, "Hey, I'm here for you."
Yep,
Professor, I'm so glad that this came to you, because it's a good recognition of the kind, pure-hearted soul that you are.
I mean, that must be it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so nice and kind-hearted, right, Corbin?
Today you are, yeah.
And all days.
Right, Corbin.
Right, Corbin.
I feel like I have to say yes, or I'm going to get punished. So, yeah.
No, what?
No, correct.
Since when? Why would I, a kind-hearted person, do that to you?
Because you punish me with your words every day.
Every day?
Well, maybe every other day. Maybe bi-daily.
I do not talk to you every other day. I see you once a week.
I would never the professor would be punishing. No.
It just feels like I'm being hurt every day because I think about it.
Okay, well, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem.
It starts with you, though.
Okay, moving on. The next entry says, it grows dispirited if it's not with kind people. It can float in midair without moving its wings.
Ooh.
So, like, do you think that it needs the wings to fly? Or is it just there as, like, an aesthetic thing?
It didn't seem like it was really using them. It kind of tripped me out. It took me a minute to get to the wings because I was like, are those even wings or not even flapping them? So I don't know. Like, what's the purpose of them? If they're, or maybe they're going so fast we can't. It looks like they're staying still.
Whoa, maybe.
Whoa,
Whoa,
that's
okay, hold on.
interesting.
Corbin, save that. Capture that into a bottle, right? That energy, put it into a bottle because you're going to need it for later.
Put it in the Pokeball.
Okay, very, very good hypothesis there, Corbin. Okay,
star.
the next entry says, wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
What?
Where are we thinking about flappability here?
Oh, okay.
We haven't talked about
The
flappability
lowest.
for a long
Gi-
time.
The lowest,
give me
'cause it's
that
not
scale
flappable.
again, Professor.
It's not, I wouldn't say the lowest, Corbin, because
Flappability is 3 to 14, or is it huggability?
it's a parabola. It kind of goes up.
Oh, right. Okay. So, but the highest one's like what, 11 or 12? It's 13.
The highest ones are like, I don't know,
11
like-
or 13.
like 9 and 18 or something.
Sure.
And then the lowest one is kind of like in the middle of that.
It's either the lowest or the very highest, no in between, because it's either flapping so well that it doesn't look like it's flapping, or it's not flapping at all. So it's either the worst or the best.
Or I think part of flappability though is its ability to keep the Pokemon aloft, right?
True.
Yeah. I'm giving it a C for flappability.
Great, thanks. Great. All right, so we have a C from Mr. Curtis.
It gets the job done. Is it flapping? No. But is it flying? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it has a great flappability scale because I mean, with the very few times that it does flap, it flaps with so much intensity.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we didn't get to see that, so that's it's not a
It
fair
flapped a
question
few
to ask.
times. It was here
And
and
it
there.
was so fast.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next entry. Oh wait, Corbin, did you say yours?
I would say it's either an F or an A.
For flap and ability.
Flappability, yes.
Okay, the next entry here says, although it does not flap its wings very much, it can stay up in the air as it tags along after its trainer. Cool.
That's
All right.
fair.
Moving on to the Hoenn region. The first entry says, Togetic is said to be a Pokemon that brings good fortune. When the Pokemon spots someone who is pure of heart, it is said to appear and share its happiness with that person.
It's kind of like what Mew does, right? Doesn't it only appear to people who are pure of heart?
Well, hold on. Yeah, I think it's specifically said pure people, not really saying, whether they're pure good or pure evil. So it's kind
Just
of
pure.
ambiguous. Just as long as they're pure, then Mew will appear in front of them.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, again, I think also here with Togetic, the argument could be made that when it spots someone who is pure of heart, that heart could be pure good or pure evil.
Pure evil, that's right. That's true.
Or pure Mountain Dew Baja Blast. As long as it's like, the embodiment of something entirely, then Togetic will share its happiness with that person. What other fun things can the heart be made out of?
Oh, steel.
Pure Spinnerack Silk, Professor. I can think of nothing more strong and elastic than that.
Pure, unadulterated knowledge.
Yeah.
We having fun? Are we having fun? You guys.
I'm having fun.
Corbin,
I'm
you're
having
doodling. You're doodling right now.
I'm sorry.
Now, Mr. Curtis is also doodling.
I'm
but he's
only
supposed to
the
be.
only one that's allowed to doodle during class, okay?
Sorry. Perry says it's a coping mechanism. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What are you drawing? It better not be me with a mustache on my face.
It's not you with a mustache on your face. It's Mr. Curtis with a mustache on his face.
That's fair. That's fair. He did tell me that he was going to try to draw a mustache.
That's pretty good. I think you should upload that when I upload my doodle.
Yeah, I think
so.
I think you should.
I think that would be great. Share that with the class.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
In
Professor.
fact, you're pretty much done with it right now. In fact, I will take it right here. I'll grab it and I will scan it. I'm scanning it.
Well, I wanted to accent some of the.
And I'm going to upload it right now.
Well,
All right.
that was private.
Scheduled to release at the date of this.
Professor, I
releases.
wanted to work on it a bit more.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that. All right, moving on to the Sinnoh region. It is said to appear in front of kindly people to scatter a glowing down called. I don't know. What do you guys think this glowing down is called?
Poof.
Okay.
It's called poof.
Okay. That's. Corbin, what do you think?
Blurf.
You guys are not going to believe this. It's Blurf Poof.
Oh!
No
You guys got the answer together.
High five, Corbin!
Woohoo!
All right.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I was joking. I just wanted to see you guys happy. And you know, honestly, like, be happy together, right? You guys are at each other's throats so much.
Right. Well, it's all his fault.
I can't stand him, Professor.
Okay, well, that was fleeting. Okay, it is said to appear in front of kindly people to scatter a glowing down called joy dust.
I was close.
Oh,
Neither of you were
all right.
close, but that's okay. The next entry says, to share its happiness, it flies around the world seeking kind-hearted people.
How kind are they?
That's nice. I mean, purely kind-hearted. It would have to be, right? If we're going from the Hoenn Pokedex entries. You know, I feel like kind-hearted people, maybe not always, but for the most part, are, like, already happy.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like, I feel like if Togetic really, really wants to spread happiness, it should find those who are not happy, so it
Those
can
who are
provide,
miserable.
yeah, provide happiness.
Right. Togetic, land on my doorstep, you know?
Yeah, I think as someone who's, perpetually in a happy state, I can understand that.
Yeah,
This is a region, not a state, Mr. Curtis. And it is pretty happy here in Johto.
no, like a state of mind, like a state of mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so that's why you hang around Pokemon that actively, you know, make you sad, right? Because you have too much happiness.
That's right.
Mr. Curtis.
Right, like Spinarak. So Spinarak make you sad?
No, Spinarak or why I am so happy.
Oh man, they would make me more depressed than I already am.
That's why I've got so much happy energy.
Right.
Okay.
You're trying to get them to absorb that happy energy, make them less miserable.
They're not miserable.
Does happy energy play into the breeding at all?
Yeah, the more love and care you put into each one of the eggs, the bigger the baby Spinarak will grow. And that's why my Spinarak are so big.
That's terrifying.
I fill them with love and super genetically modified genes.
Now I want to die again. Can we move on?
Yes, sure. Now we're gonna be jumping a lot of regions here because there's nothing from the Sinnoh region. Nothing from the Unova region. Nothing from the Kalos region. There's nothing from the Alola region.
Oh,
There's like nothing at all from the Alola region, and there's nothing new from the Galar region. However, now Dawn, did you say Dawn?
no, but I was thinking about her. Professor.
You definitely said Dawn.
Now I'm in a good mood. All
right, there's nothing new from Galar either, but there is a Hisuian entry here in this old textbook that I have. The first entry says, no records exist. Oh, sorry. The only entry says, no records exist of Togetic being seen in the wild. Rumors abound that it evolves under the loving care of a trusted human companion, upon whom the Pokemon then bestows great joy.
See, that's
Gotta
you.
give it some love to evolve.
Yeah.
A trusted human companion like you, Professor No Wonder.
Am I? But like, I feel like I'm the same level of happiness that I normally am, though.
Well, no, you're definitely happier today.
You think?
Yeah, I think you are.
I don't know.
I felt a lot of the happiness energy at the beginning of
You're
class.
usually a little bit more fussy.
I chalked it up to how awesome class is, but I guess I do think it's making you extra happy.
I mean, listen, if it's in the Pokedex entries, then it's got to be true, right?
It is factual every time.
Thank you. Okay. So that does it for all of the regional Pokedex entries on Togetic.
You don't say.
I do say, and there's only one unique entry, and it comes to us from Professor Neroli.
Ooh, Tortellini. Let's see what you got.
Stromboli.
Yes, Professor Lasagna. So this entry, of course, is about sleep. It says, it sometimes sleeps while floating, and apparently only moves its wings intermittently while doing so. Perhaps some sort of mysterious power is keeping it in the air.
Ooh.
Professor, please elaborate. What is this mysterious power?
That is a very good question, and I don't think I will elaborate because it's time for the testing portion, okay?
Time for
Now-
that pop quiz.
We're gonna do a poem. Togetic is a great Pokemon for it.
Put away my Pokédex.
We've been doing too many poems lately, so
No, not enough.
We're going to do something that we haven't done in a little bit. We're going to do an essay question. So in case you don't remember, I'm going to ask you an open-ended question that was kind of touched on a little bit in the Pokédex entries, but never fully explained. And I want you to hypothesize what you think is the answer to this question, all right? So it's not based on whether or not you're correct here, the points given. This is more of a participation thing, I guess. All right, so the essay question is... Oh, and you can use your notes for this. I saw you putting your notes away. You can bring them back out.
Okay, good. I'll pull them back out.
All right, cool.
Okay. The essay topic is, how does Togetic remain in the air? There's a lot of speculation, well, there isn't really speculation. It's just people saying, how does it do it? Or
how do it
fly somehow.
How do it do the thing it do?
How does it do fly somehow sometimes?
Sometimes.
So I think we can say that, it's something that we're not seeing. We're not seeing it visually happen. So keep that in mind as you are writing your answers. All right. So go ahead, take some time, and give me what you got. Okay. Looks like my students are ready, and gosh, they all look so happy and eager too.
Woo!
Is the Togetic dust? Is the joy dust really starting to have an effect on you guys?
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling it, Professor. And let me tell you what, I know exactly what it is. I'm ready to reveal the truth to you, Professor.
Okay, that is so good. I'm so excited. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Corbin. If you could please give us your essay first.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. It feels good to be here. I have a very simple answer. Took a lot of time crafting it, but I was just ignoring the obvious. I was trying to rationalize something that was just very clear about how Togetic is able to remain in the air without flapping its wings. There is an organ inside of it called the Togeticus sanctimonious. It is
Sanctimonious.
Sanctimonious.
Sanctimonious. It's a
Togeticus sanctimonious.
I love that you're hypothesizing that there's an already named organ inside the Togetic.
So there is an organ inside the Togetic, and its sole purpose is to heat air. Why would you need to heat air? Well, basically, my theory is Togetic is essentially a hot air balloon. It's mostly hollow inside. So what it does is it sucks air through the anus. The Togeticus sanctimonious. What it does is it heats the air that it absorbs through the bottom, and it turns it into a hot air balloon. So now the heat going inside of it, into its mostly hollow body, is warmer on the inside than it is the outside, thus generating some lift, and ba-ding, it starts to float.
The end?
The end. How you guys feeling about that one?
I think the joy dust is starting to wear off, honestly.
Oh, I'm feeling great. that wear off on me?
I think I'm starting to get an immunity to it. So, now I can't help but comment, Corbin, on the fact that our very own Mr. Curtis did already have that hypothesis for a different Pokemon.
Yeah, I think you'll find that...
Clefairy or Clefable?
Clefairy is the hot air balloon Pokemon.
Oh, did you really? Was that what it was? I honestly don't remember. I know it was like that they are like balloon-like. I didn't know if it was specifically like them having a sac that heats air and allows them to float.
Yeah. Yeah, they're hot air balloons.
Listen, the hot air balloon theory has already been used in the class.
Well, I forgot. So,
but hey, everybody loves a callback. So
but you know what?
I didn't call back on purpose. I didn't know. I forgot.
Flattery is the sincerest form of compliment. Okay, I'm not gonna call plagiarism on Corbin for stealing my idea. I'm just gonna say thank you, Corbin.
I didn't steal it on purpose.
I appreciate your compliment of my genius.
Plagiarism doesn't exist in the world of Pokemon biology. If it works well for one Pokemon, who's to say it couldn't work well for another Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
Just from an evolutionary standpoint.
That's true. There's a lot of Pokemon that follow similar design concepts.
All right. So good job, Corbin. Excellent. Mr. Curtis, did you say you were done yet? I can't remember.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, whenever you want to give it to us, then.
Okay. But I left my syrup at home, so I don't have that today. So
Oh no! Oh goodness!
My throat's a little dry, but I'll have to deal.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Do you want to borrow my syrup?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just get a quick little.
Here you go.
Professor, it's not quite liquidy enough for me. But
but
thank
I put
you.
ice in it the way you like it.
Here you can have it.
Why did you
back,
have that
Professor.
prepared for him?
I don't know.
I appreciate it, Professor. I appreciate it. But here we go. Okay, Professor, I have come to a revelation.
Oh.
You asked me, how does a Togetic fly? And I ask you, what do we know about Togepi and Togetic? Okay, Togepi had the ability.
I don't know about Togepi. What about Toga A?
Who's Togepi?
Togepi, excuse me.
I know about Toga A and Toga C. I don't know anything about Toga B.
Wait to hear about Toga D.
Whoa.
Okay, all right. Togepi had the ability to absorb happy energy and store it in its shell like a resource that it could then give to others. Okay. I deposit that Togetic has found another use for said resource. See, you said it yourself. They fly around and they find happy people, not sad people to cheer up. That's where the revelation comes from, right? Togetic is using its latent ability, gained while it was a Togepi, to absorb the happiness of the happy people that it congregates around and uses it as a resource to counter the force of gravity. The wings are actually heat foils to disperse the waste energy produced throughout the conversion process, so that the so-called joy dust is actually crystallized energy that the Togetic collects, then dispels when it is collected too much and it's absorbed too much joy energy. I digress. It's using the stolen parasitic energy from the happy people that it goes around and it converts it to counteract gravity, and that's why it can fly. Thank you very much.
Whoa, settle down, buddy.
That's a lot. That's a lot of thought. It's a lot of thought and
a lot of
emotion
anger.
there.
A lot of anger built into this boy.
I'm sorry, Professor. It was like a stroke of genius.
I'm sorry. I was writing down
an epiphany
notes for the next lesson, so I maybe missed a little bit of it. Can you explain to me how happiness counteracts gravity? Did you say that?
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah. No. It uses the energy it collects, and it converts that energy into kinetic energy, counteracting the downward force of gravity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, happiness energy turns into, so it's a machine that turns happiness into kinetic energy.
It's a machine, and the waste heat goes out the so-called wings.
Wow, so it is not a how efficient of a transformation is this?
Not very. That's why it has to fly around happy people all the time. Otherwise, it's not going to have enough energy to do what it needs to do.
But okay, hold on. I'm not here. I'm not here to poke holes in your theories.
It sucks.
But this is what the greater scientific world will do. That's what they're out to do, is to poke holes in your theories. That's what they should do.
Yes.
Wouldn't
Professor.
then the people that it hangs around, the happy people that it's around, wouldn't they end up less happy?
I would. Well, I mean, I don't know. I that's not something that's ever touched on in the Togepi Pokedex entries. It doesn't seem that it takes more and it reduces the happiness of the people. Maybe it's just the energy, the happiness radiates from a person, and it picks up on that radiated energy, like sunlight from the sun, right? It's not leaching so much as it is absorbing that radiating happiness energy.
And then it's a kind of a, like, so maybe the process itself isn't very efficient, right? But it has a byproduct of joy dust, right?
Yeah.
And that joy dust feeds back onto, whatever's generating the happiness and makes it happier. So if creating this happiness, right? If exuding happiness isn't something, so sure, it's absorbed by the Togetic, but it's not removed, right, in any way from the person, right?
Well,
So
right,
they're happy. It's radiating out, and then the Togetic is siphoning it out, but they're able to make them even happier by the dust that it creates. It's kind of like an unlimited energy source.
It's a perpetual energy machine. I like that, Professor. I like
We figured
that.
it out. We figured
A
it out.
solid
We're
theory.
breaking physics, but we figured it out.
It's good.
We're breaking free. I'm solving.
I'm ready.
No
Professor.
singing.
Flying.
No singing. You know what?
What?
I'm not
What's wrong?
happy anymore. The joy dust has fully worn off, and I'm mad.
Professor, we've got to go public. We've got to let the world know we've discovered a perpetual energy Pokemon.
Okay, we have theorized on a perpetual energy Pokemon. This requires years and years of testing ahead of us. And Grant, so start writing Grant proposals.
Why?
Mr.
I mean,
Curtis.
I can get a couple Togepi from Eleanor, in the Rigby's, you know. And you know, I mean, I'm pretty friendly. You know, I'm pretty certain we could get them to evolve into Togedicts, and then once we got them evolved, we can. I'll take them back to the shack.
Then
and we
you can
conduct
test on them. There
Right, it's
you
like
go.
you forgot that rays even existed.
Well, I mean, we could use
The Togetic that I already have.
I mean, we could use rays, but we need a larger.
He's gonna
larger
kill
of a
it. He's
sample.
killed Squirtles. I mean, you better watch out for him.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm
I
sick
wouldn't
of this.
give him your Pokemon.
I'm
Not
sick
a
of
good
this
idea.
dumb lesson. I hate this. Let's end it. Good job, you guys. Get okay. You're too happy. I don't like that. Stop it.
What?
Thank you. Go back to not being happy, Corbin.
All right.
Okay, good. That's what I like in this classroom. Only seriousness. Gosh, I don't know what was in my head earlier.
What's wrong with you, Professor?
Wow.
All right.
He's got Corbin. I think he's going through withdrawals from the joy powder. We better get
No,
some
that's
more
ridiculous.
I think he needs some of that joy dust, some of that good.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, we just need to get through this. I'm starting to get a crazy headache. So
Maybe he had too much. Maybe he overdosed.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Togetic. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week?
Togepi.
It's Togepi.
Togepi. What Mr. Curtis was talking about.
No, it's not Togepi. It's also, we're not talking about the evolved form of Togetic, because Togetic does evolve, but we're not
How
talking
about
about
Toga flying?
It's not Toga anything.
No. Is it Decidueye, Professor?
No,
It's
not
not
Decidueye.
Turtwig.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not Turtwig. Why did you even say it?
I was making sure.
Tell me, Professor.
Next week we are learning about Natu.
Huh?
Natu?
Good.
Well, I know we're not learning about me, but what are we learning about, Professor?
Natu.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yes, Natu. Not
What's that one look like?
well, you'll learn about that next week, Corbin.
Ooh, I don't know if I've ever heard of a Natu. I'm not very familiar with it, Professor.
That's great. You'll be, you know what? Then come fully prepared to learn next
I will
week.
be enamored with it next week.
Great. Excellent. All right. So until next week, if anybody would like to contact me, the professor, well, there's a bunch of different ways to do that on our Linktree link, which you can find in our description.
There we go.
There it is.
Also, if you're on Spotify, there's a good chance that there are polls in the description of this lesson. They've been in the last couple of lessons. So if you missed out on those, you can go back and vote on them whenever you want.
Yeah. Who this week, go and vote and see who has the best explanation as to why Togetic can fly. Are they a hot air balloon, or are they perpetual happiness energy machine?
I feel like that kind of came afterwards, Mr. Curtis. I think your theory
Yeah,
was
now you're
more-
changing your answer, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yours
Okay.
was that they convert.
A happiness siphoning parasitic machine of destruction and
happiness
evilness.
engine.
Jeez, settle down, dude. They're cute.
But yeah, also on that link tree, you'll find a link to our Patreon. If you enjoy the class, if you like what we do here and you would like to support that, that is the best way to do it. And hey, you'll get something out of it too. We have bloopers and outtakes. We have Q&As. We have Mr. Curtis's doodles and also Corbin's doodle for this lesson.
All right, fine. You can post it, Professor.
Okay, I already posted it. So
Oh, okay.
Also, something that I'm very excited about, we've been doing a Nuzlocke playthrough of Pokemon Emerald.
Woohoo!
That's been randomized. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's been nerve-wracking and heartbreaking at some points, but it's still been a lot of fun. So
it's a lot of fun, guys.
Please check that out if you have the chance. Anybody else like to add anything?
No, just, share with your friends, your family, and let them know how great this class is. And we are.
Come see my doodle from class today.
All right, well, then, if that's all, until next time, class is dismissed.